Dungeons and Downloads. Dungeons and Downloads. Focus question. How do Arthur's choices affect the plot of the story? Attack the goblins. Selena screamed through Arthur's headset. His thief sliced at the creatures on the screen. Nearby, Selena's warrior sent goblins flying in all directions with her enchanted hammer. My daggers aren't doing any damage. Their armor's too strong, Arthur replied. I'm going to try my shadow attack. Arthur watched his character appear and disappear in puffs of smoke as it stabbed the goblins. A red 3 honored over one of the character's head. 3 measly damage on a critical hit, Arthur yelled. The goblin he had attacked turned and splashed. Arthur's health dropped to almost nothing. I need healing. I'm going through health potions like candy over here. Hang on, I'm coming, Selena said, and he saw her warrior start to clobber her way toward him. It's too late. Arthur watched as his character fell dramatically, spraying all his hair-earned loot on the ground. Game over, appeared on the screen. You're such a noob. I told you that you weren't strong enough for this dungeon, Selena said. I'm not a noob, Arthur said. I've been playing for months. Tell that to the goblin, Selena laughed. For more than a year, Arthur's older sister Selena had talked about Dungeons of Ithra. The tales of her awesome quests and epic battles against huge monsters had Arthur begging their parents to let him play, but they didn't think he was old enough. Selena wasn't much older than me when she started playing these games, he had argued, and you can't tell me she was more mature than I am. Okay, when you're 1 year older, you can play Dumb Stars on Earth, or whatever it is, his mom said. Arthur waited patiently for almost 8 months until his 9th birthday. The only thing he had asked for was Dungeons of Ithra and a computer that would play it. When he came home from school that day, he found a used computer on his desk and a copy of the game sitting on the keyboard. That was nearly 3 months ago. Since then, he mostly played on his own. It was fun, but he really wanted to play with Selena. Her character was at the max level, she had scored some of the best equipment, and she had access to all the coolest quests. Unfortunately, the few times she'd let him join her party, he'd ended up dead within the first few minutes. She needs to level up to where I am. She'd told him that will probably take months. Arthur couldn't wait that long. You play Dungeons of Ithra, right? Arthur asked his friend Alonso at lunch the day after losing to the goblins. I used to, but I'm kind of over it, Alonso said. Now I'm playing Castle of Terror. It's super scary. Do you know a super fast way to max out your character's level and get a bunch of great equipment? Alonso squinted one eye, which meant he was thinking. If you're at level 20, there's a place in the plains of Argonath with these deer-like creatures, he said. They'll drop tons of experience points the money if you can catch them. If you get really good at it, you might be able to get to level 99 in about a month or two. A month or two? I can't grind for that long without going nuts. Any other ideas? You could try mods, Alonso said with a shrug. What are mods? They let you modify things in games. There might be some to let you change your character's level and equipment. Dungeons of Ithra might not allow mods, but if you're looking for a quick fix, that's your best bet. Isn't that cheating though? Arthur asked. What you're looking for, most definitely. That night, Arthur logged into Dungeons of Ithra. He was almost at level 15. If he really focused and played as much as possible, he might get to level 20 in a few weeks. Then he'd have another month or two of chasing creatures around the plains of Argonath to level up. He groaned and closed the game. It was so much work, and by the time he was done, Selena would be that much stronger. He'd never catch up. Arthur opened his browser and searched for Dungeons of Ithra character modes. The first few pages contained links about how to change the appearance of your character or equipment from different merchants in the game. A few entries were news stars or discussions about whether or not Dungeon of Ithra would ever allow modes. Finally, on the fourth page of search results, he found a site that looked promising. The link read, "Make your best character of the max level modes. Beat all the game's best modes for all people, free downloads." He clicked on it. The homepage was filled with advertisements. One of the advertisements read, "Looking for the best Doe character modes? This Ado changed. Enjoy because you can have 26 downloaded now. Make your character what you want, win the game." He clicked the download button below the text and a window popped up that asked him to download and install a program with a strange name. The installation process only took a few minutes. A few more windows popped up asking him to install different programs and players. Arthur clicked yes on all of them. When it was done, nothing happened. He looked for a new icon on his desktop or in his applications, but there were none. Arthur frowned, thinking the modes only worked in-game. He launched Dungeons of Ithra. Nothing looked different, and he couldn't find any way to edit his character. Arthur closed the game and opened up his browser to search for what to do. His screen was suddenly flooded with pop-up windows. Some asked him to buy things, while others asked him to download things. Arthur bit his lip nervously. He tried closing the windows, but for each one he closed, 10 or 20 more opened up. Uh-oh, he thought. Then his screen turned bright blue, and in the center was the message, "Critical error." He tried mashing keys and rebooting the computer, but the blue screen came back again and again. When he was really starting to sweat, "What happened to the internet?" Selena yelled from his room down the hall. "I just got kicked out of my game, and my party was just about to beat the hill giant." Arthur froze. No way was in a coincidence. Before he could think of a reply, Selena burst into his room. She saw the blue screen and her face reddened. "What did you do, you little chirp?" she groaned. Arthur stomped over his words a few times, but eventually told her everything. "I didn't know this would happen," he groaned. "I just wanted to play Dungeons of Ithra with you." His sister's face softened. It's probably a computer virus or malware," she said. "You shouldn't download anything from a site you don't know and trust. All the ads should have been a clue you weren't on a legitimate site. Not to mention all the other sites saying modes aren't allowed in Dungeons of Ithra." "I know that said Arthur. Selena sighed. "The good news is we can fix these." Selena helped Arthur reformat his computer, erasing everything including the virus. She showed him how to install antivirus software and helped him change the settings in his browser to warn him about suspicious sites. It was a lot of work, but soon everything was back up and running. "Finally," Selena said. "Now I can get back to my game. I think I'm done with Dungeons of Ithra," said Arthur sadly. Selena sighed. "How about we both start new characters? We can play as those characters together and use our other characters when we play on our own. There are some quests I'd like to do again, anyway." Arthur couldn't help but smile. Selena smiled, too. "Besides," she added, "someone needs to help news like you."